Hey up guys, what's going on? Welcome back to York City. 2 finals, 2 days, with an international tournament at the end of it. Slightly irrelevant, but still potentially a third final here. We could have 3 finals in 3 days. What a week this is. First, I just want to get you all caught up on how the season actually ended as a whole. Didn't really go into too much detail in yesterday's video about the actual positionings of everyone left. I'm not entirely certain why Manchester United haven't been given 4th yet with the Champions League there, because they get that regardless. Even if we win the Europa League final, they still get Champions League, I'm fairly certain. In fact, I'm not entirely certain why we've not been awarded Europa League football regardless anyway, because we're in both those finals, so there's no way we don't get European football here. And just gift Arsenal EC2 because there's no way they don't get that either. I'm so confused by all this. Same with Liverpool. There's no way Liverpool don't get Europa League. Anyway, in the end, Huddersfield, West Ham and Stoke went down, so we lose one of the Yorkshire sides. Only Sheffield United remain. Actually, Leeds are in the playoff. Watford and Brighton are coming back. I'm fairly certain I'm losing my mind. I swear the last time I looked at this, a couple of weeks ago, in-game, ourselves and Everton had swapped places somehow. Everton had drifted way out and we drifted way in. But now we're back to the way we were before. So, admittedly, we're now only 30-1. I think that's an improvement. Also, somehow neither of Tottenham's insane strikers are in the media dream 11. I don't understand that. Also, shout out to the 2 latest transfers being 2 players I had in the Hertha Berlin challenge. Obviously aging at this point. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention. I'll mention it right now. Lentas, who looks a lot better now for some reason. Still only championship level, according to this. Something I didn't actually realise in his loan was a future fee optional, which was triggered by them playing him 5 times. So he's going for 13 million, basically his value, which I'll take, honestly. Completely forgot about to mention that. Sorry, Andreas, but goodbye, you served us well. That's all the preamble sorted. Of course, our form, when you put it like that, doesn't fill me with optimism. By the way, if my jacket disappears at some point during this video, do not be alarmed. The days are getting quite warm now, and this little box, yeah, I might as well just be in a sauna. So, for this final, we line up as follows. Hidalgo is in goal, with Saxton, Coleridge, Rick and Shaw in front of him, Grimes and Seri, Madeira, Vidal and Harrison, Koita right up front. It's the set of 11 you're probably expecting. Of course, this is a neutral ground at Wembley, so no home advantage for either team here. Of course, I am a little bit concerned about these 2 here. I've had a word with Madeira, especially. Maybe he'll pick up. Also, you may notice on that season preview, the Media Dream 11, Coleridge was actually stuck in there at left back on that diagram. He's regarded as 4 stars in our team. So when you see our team full of 3 stars here, just understand that they're only not that far behind someone in the season of best 11. Just saying. Our team is actually quietly better than we kind of realise it is, I think, at times. Particularly me. Now, so during this final and after the final, I will be talking about the plans for the future in regards to this York team. Just because obviously we got 2 finals to wrap the season up with, I'll be sort of splitting the end of season duties between the 2 videos, just to keep them both a similar length, in theory. And they are not holding back now. Obviously there's an insane amount of yellow on there, but there's a lot of 15-16, if I'm honest. Like, Duque is very, very good, and we trade him for my left arm. But Sybil's better. Also, they're playing a 35-year-old Pickford, who is technically still England's best goalkeeper. I had no idea they had Upamecano. Have they actually played him against me at any point? We joined this year, that explains it. Good value too, if I'm honest. So, we kick things off with a highlight, which is immediately worrying for this FA Cup final. At the very least, we're definitely going to get more highlights than we saw in those last 3 games of the actual league season. The team meeting, by the way, for this final went mostly alright. I thought the team might have been slightly more off for it than they were. A few of them didn't particularly enjoy it. Madeira's headed over. Classic. Yeah, it wasn't a huge amount of them, but I didn't say go out and win it. I wasn't, the most, you should be winning this. But I said, look, you're in the final. Let's go out there and win this, please. What is going on here? If this goes in that goal, then I will be fuming. We've got it sorted. A few of them still treated that sentence as if I was saying, you should definitely be winning this. No, we definitely shouldn't be winning this. Not definitely. But we're not without a shout. Let's be honest. We beat Chelsea 4-0 last time we were here. That's a lie. The semi-finals were played here. We beat Chelsea in Coventry the last 2 times we've been here. So, come on. Dodo. 40 minutes have gone in this. I thought that was over the way that bounced there. That's actually in the goal. That's disallowed, actually. So, good. I'm glad someone had eyes there because I didn't. What a thrilling half of football. 45. Imagine paying for this FA Cup final and you get 4 shots in half a match. Technically 5 because the one that was disallowed doesn't count on the stat sheet for some reason. I don't know why. It should still count as a shot, but it should just count. It should just still count as a shot, honestly. Doesn't matter they haven't obeyed the rules of the game. It's still a shot. It's just disallowed. Shout. You've still created the chance. You've just messed it up by being offside. Shout. Sorry. I suppose it would skew things potentially. That's gone out to Saxton. And whip back in. Nope, not quite. Medjbury, this might be a highlight for them after all that. What great play that was from us. And then, well, we've messed it up. Lautaro Martinez is at Man United now. That can't be Lautaro Martinez. Surely not. Oh, I'm getting my saves mixed up again. Dodo, this highlight, please. Go. Oh, he's kicked. Oh, we've knocked it down for another corner. Come on, team. 52 minutes. They've got it. Foreman, well held. Foreman and Hidalgo would never play together because Foreman left his loan before Hidalgo came in at the end of that year. So Hidalgo's probably should have played Dutra now. I realise Foreman's on the pitch. Those two know each other. Honestly, I am looking at Jack Harrison here. Also, why is my penalty taking column disappeared? I need that to know who to take off here. Oh, he's the best bloody penalty taker. Of course he is. Can I just have an individual word with these players? Just call them over and go, look, sort this out, you stupid people. I'm just gonna pull both fullbacks back a little bit. I've also told them not to counter press as well. I'm worried by that 6.1 on Harrison. I don't know what's going on there. We're all motivated apparently. How long do you put up with that though? 15 minutes to go. Surrey has a free kick to whip in here. Our defenders tend to be alright. That's how will that not go in the goal there? I don't know. Deflection maybe? There is a corner, so looks like someone actually got a good block in. 100% of Manchester United's shots have been on target. What a ridiculous stat that is. Vidal back to Rick, of all people. Get back in defence, Rick. Just let Shao deal with this. Oh, they are pressing us like no one's business. That is kind of infuriating. Go a little bit more direct and a little bit higher tempo as a result. Just try and move it a little bit faster past them, basically, is what I'm going to say here. I don't know why I'm still talking about this highlight as if it's going to matter. It has gone on a long while from that corner. I'm starting to worry if there's another highlight sort of welded onto this one. A good shot by Koita in the end, but Pickford well saves. That wasn't English. I can't keep... As good as he is at penalties, I can't keep Harrison on this pitch. He's also booked. Also, as they tire, I think I better tell them to stop overlapping. Just keep your shape a little bit better, guys. Come on, just don't let them past. That's fine. They've gone very attacking, actually, at this end point. I'll just sit back a little bit. Oh, Cantoro's got the ball here. Koita. Like, while they're very attacking, we'll just look to exploit them on the counter. Koita's decided to go a full U-turn there. Madeira's probably going to have a crack from there, isn't he? Because Madeira, 89 minutes on the clock. There's another highlight almost immediately after that last one. Upamecano's been booked here. Saxton doesn't quite get that interception. He nearly did. What's happened here? He wants a word with Saxton. I'm not seeing anything about rough tackles or anything like that at the bottom, so I'm just wondering if this is just a build-up to the highlight. No, it is a red card. Nothing about violent lunges or anything like that on the text down here. It's a red card for Bradley Saxton, because of course it is. And I don't actually have a left-back anymore. Now, the only saving grace of this is if Vidal's not been playing particularly well. So it's not like an exactly difficult decision to make here. And actually, with that in mind as well, we'll just tell Shao to be slightly less attacking as well in his mentality and all that jazz. We only made one change in that, or two, because of the red card. Right. Half an hour extra here, and there's a kick-off straight away. I feel like we ought to play cautiously in this half an hour now. They are still on very attacking, I do notice. Of course, with no player here, I'm actually intrigued to see what happens without a Vidal in the way there. That, apparently. Because now they sort of have to work it through the inside forwards rather than going through Vidal. And if it turns out Vidal's being the weak link this entire time, despite his reasonable assist numbers, I'm going to be quite annoyed. Apparently they're looking to float their crosses in. I don't think Rick's particularly short. That's... Yes, words do exist, but I decided to not use them. Oh, Grimes. I mean, just run straight into two Man United players, why don't you? Shall sort that out. Koita, don't try to go through Upamecano. You had Madeira sort of running through there. As we get to 105 minutes, I am looking at certain players here. Grimes has been very good. He's not the best penalty taker, so I think Grimes is someone we'll take off last. So for the time being, Silva comes on for Koita, just freshening it up at the very front of this line. And we let this get settled by penalties, I think, is probably what we try to play for here. Just sort that, play for set pieces, keep it as wide as possible, just sort of run around them as much as you can, guys. 1:19 on the clock. Grimes comes off as good as he's been. Change up the role as well, just to fit Teko a bit better. I could have pulled him back a little bit, I guess, but that's penalties. Shalan takes the first one. The composure's there. In fact, I kind of like this order. Can't believe two defenders are in my first 5 best penalty takers. Ivan Seri takes the 4th with that composure and that penalty taking. Madeira takes the 5th. Silva takes the... My striker doesn't even make the first 5. That's depressing. Right, that's the order. Penalties taken. I may have made a mistake there. Of course, we need to change this up a little bit. Behind goal. Right, we've kept them to 0-0. Shout. Composure. One of my best signings ever. Free. And you scored in the FA Cup final. Yes, Hidalgo. Come on. Teco. I'm so hyped up by this. Teco. Come on, mate. Runs up, Teco. Oh, brought you on like a minute from time, and that's what you needed to do. Only reason he was there, really. No, he's always there on that bench just because I can bring him on as a defensive midfielder to switch it all up if I want to. Oh, Foreman's at the post. He's messed up. Oh, he's secretly a double agent. He's still working for me, apparently. Rick, to make this 3. Come on, Rick. The central defender, Rick. Straight at the goalkeeper. Fair enough. Kessie's turn. That's gone in. I thought he had missed, actually, for a second there. Hit it with such force, I thought it had gone way past. Okay, Seri's turn to make this 3-1. Go on, Ivan. Composure. Yes, buried it. 3-1. And actually, it's going to start slow-mo now because, of course, if they miss this, we win. And it's the striker who they never took off, Duque, to take it. I don't know if Sibbald actually came on the pitch there towards the end. No, there's no number 9 on their formation, so they didn't actually bring on their best striker. But Duque has buried that. So, comes down to the 5th penalty, which falls to Mr. Poor Form, Madeira. Oh, I was praising you about 3 episodes ago for being in form. And then the last 5 games, you just decided to not play football again. I hate it when this happens. He switched sides. Madeira buries it, though. Doesn't matter, he's not in form. He's buried it. And that's an FA Cup final to add to the League Cup final. Carabao Cup, of course, as it is in-game. And there I am, without a jacket again, wearing it here, of course. I love our little tricolour kits. 4-2 on penalties. What a game, though. We actually had more shots, but not really on target. Gregory Bow called it right. First time I've actually ever seen anyone catch this right, to be honest. I thought this one might go all the way to penalties, and it did. Well called. I hope you put money on it, Gregory. Planet Football. It was also Jack Harrison's 400th career appearance. Jordan Pickford has actually spent 400 minutes without conceding as well. Passionately say, congratulations, lads. They've all gained confidence, and hoping they take that confidence in to that Euro Cup final there, just a few days away. Man. Trained penalties, of course, the day before. Paid off. Except for you, Rick, of course, but you are a central defender. I will learn that. I might put you on 6th from now on, even though you are, irritatingly, within our 5 best penalty takers in the entire squad. Still don't have that board stuff yet. I'm trying to work out, I think it is the Europa League is when we're going to get the budget, because that's the one that decides what competition we're in next year. It probably decides how much money they're going to give me. We do get 4 million over for that. Saxon's banned. Apparently he was 2-footed. Confirmed, don't appeal. Silver's not scored in 8 matches, which isn't great. Apparently I'm a York legend. I think I've been a legend for a while, actually. Yeah, I'm down there. Nissal, of course, is in there. Has anyone actually joined Icons? Nope. James Grimes has entered favoured personnel. Lee Tao, Lopez, Edgar, Taylor, Gardner, Hickman. Don't understand. I still don't understand that one. So, we've officially re-qualified for the Europa League. Again. We'd already done it. But because it was... Like, when it's between 2 sides who have already got continental football, it should be sorted out. But never mind. We actually had to pay out $1 million for that, but that's fine. Biggest overachievers is, of course, Coventry City. Highest average rating was Max Ons. All these players get a medal. Thank you, Madeira. You have paid us all back for your rubbish performances with that 1 penalty. It's always nice to win a competition. Of course, we played the entire last 30 minutes with 10 men. Let's not forget that. Apparently it was a horror tackle. York celebrate a double. No one else can actually do that this year. No one else can do that in our English football. Because Tottenham won the league, and Man City, of course, are our opponents in the Europa League. And Tottenham didn't have any European football, so they can't be in the Champions League final either. York won the English FA Cup and Carabao Cup. James Grimes ended that with an 8.4-ish. We may not have won any of the last 5 games, but we won the one that mattered, sort of. So, with all that extra time, excitement, there's not really that much time to talk about the future. I'll end up doing that all in tomorrow's one. Of course, that could end up being like this again, I suppose, but we'll find out, won't we? Until then, ta-ra. Get in.